I met Pat, I guess it would be 2013 now, at the Detroit Jazz Festival. I was playing in a band, Sound Prince, which is co-led by Joe Lovano and Dave Douglas. And we also played at Ronnie Scott's, I guess, a couple of years ago. Yeah, we were opening for Pat Metheny's group, and Pat saw the set and he was very complimentary and came up to me and talked to me after. So that was our first meeting, and then 2 years later I was at the Detroit Jazz Festival again, playing with several different groups, and I was just hanging out backstage watching a friend of mine play with Rudresh Mahantapa, great saxophonist. And yeah, Pat came backstage and I was like, oh, hi. And we started talking and he said, did you ever get my email? I wanted to get together and play. And I was like, no. And I checked my email and I gave him an email, and we got together and played. He lives not too far from me. I live up in Harlem and he lives on the Upper West Side. And yeah, from there we played a little bit duo and then a little bit trio, and next thing you know, he was like, do you want to be in a band? And I was like, yeah, cool. Balance is definitely what's essential. I mean, knowing the history of the tunes, knowing who's played them, and knowing those records inside out, you know, and you know, there are some tunes that we play for the set that I've listened to, you know, since I was 17, you know, tracks from the trio records with Larry Grenadier and Bill Stewart, and with Question and Answer with Roy Haynes and Dave Holland. And it's the challenge is trying to play the song, what the song requires, and also play it in a way that's honest to me and cohesive with the rest of the band, you know. There was one night we had a really great conversation about just playing the song. What does the song require, as opposed to what do you require, you know. You know, there's this feeling as an improvising musician to always want to play, really challenge yourself and play something very different each night, and really push things. And you know, sometimes that's required, and sometimes the song requires more than that, you know. And just we had a conversation about the balance of that, and what is maybe more required for that particular time, for that song, and for that space that you're in with these people, you know, these people who have come to listen to you. So that was really interesting and eye-opening. Yeah, we've definitely spoken about range and also just there are, you know, I think the bass has a lot of responsibility, and it also has a lot of power in the sense that we can change things by just one note. We can change the whole quality of a chord, and so, you know, in some instances it means keeping it really simple if someone who's playing the harmonic instrument or the content above, in terms of range, above what I'm playing, if I'm keeping it simple, that can allow him to do other harmonic things. And you know, we've kind of spoken a little bit about certain aspects of some songs and certain parts of the song, keeping it simple so that can allow him to do some other things. And you know, I think that's something that a bass player constantly has to think about, you know, and the context of what happens when, although it's a D major chord, am I going to play D, or am I going to play an inversion, that sort of thing, because that can be a powerful thing that can help propel things, or it can kind of lock things in a way that maybe whoever you're playing with doesn't want, you know.